John Sonnefeld's 1971 Chevelle features a new Corvette LS2 V8 under the hood for show-stopping appeal.
Well, basically all we did was, as far as the appearance-wise, when we've changed bumpers and everything, gone with original parts group reproduction parts, of course, to have it that nice, clean, new look. Under the hood is where we made the big radical change. It was time to go bigger and better. The best thing out there at the time when we started this was the new GM Performance Parts crate motor for the LS2. So I said, okay. So I took my tax return and ordered it, and then told my wife. Well, it went over okay, but she understood. But so we basically went and did a nice operational way to bring this car updated with an overdrive transmission with a TCI Street Fighter trans, and then of course the rear end we updated with a Mosier full 12-bolt rear end with the Detroit Locker True Track and motive gears with 411s. Now you can go right down the road and actually get gas mileage. It's kind of nice. Well, the LS2 is basically the 6-liter motor that's in the 05 Corvette. What we changed was we went to the fast XFI manifold with the 90mm throttle body, gave it a little more breathing room from the original. We added a comp cam and valve springs, so the valve springs are a little bit taller. The Denso Iridium plugs got a little better spark flying through there now. Left the original water pump because we didn't need to worry about it, because we've got a Be Cool system with the spout fans that's unbelievable. This car in traffic for an hour will never go over 200 degrees. It rides 190, great optimum riding temperature, and the motor runs good. The original LS2 comes with the fly-by-wire. Well, of course, you can try and adapt that fly-by-wire, and people have tried it, and people have been successful with it. It's really a challenge to make it work. I like to have my foot on the cable. I'm in control of the car. It really was a personal preference to stay with the throttle cable.
Another interesting component is the Msd Aps Alternator.
The APS alternator has small little wedges that go in these slots, so it can be clock positioned in any position you need it to fit the way you're wiring your car or the way you want it to sit. And of course, it comes with a serpentine setup. It's 130 amps, so it's got plenty of power. It's a little bit smaller than other alternators, and it looks good. I mean, it looks like a showpiece. The current suspension package is a Hotchkiss suspension. Everything is Hotchkiss except for the front shocks are with the QA1 coilovers, so I've got the adjustable shocks. As far as the brake system, it's a stainless steel 4-wheel disc brake system, including their booster and their master cylinder. Rear suspension is all Hotchkiss. Everything is their rear suspension. Well, we chose the Mosier 12-bolt rear end. We went to a little bigger axle, a little bit of overkill with 33-spline axles, and the Detroit True Track limited slip differential. I mean, nobody knows what's in there but me. And that's the thing with if you have a show car, no one knows you have a high-performance differential, because judges don't remove diff covers. So why not put the piece of high performance in there that you can have? And of course, it's a limited slip differential, but there's no clutches or cones or maintenance products. It's helical gears. You go to the drag strip, the thing hooks, lays nice 2 pieces of black rubber all the time. The exhaust system is a Bassani exhaust system. So instead of having the pipes hanging out the bottom, we actually notched the valence panel and ran the tips through there. Well, the visual statement of the car is we wanted to have something that really was an attention getter. 2 tones, I feel, are the hottest thing now. I didn't want it to look like a street rod. So there's a crossover there where you want to make it look right. So we decided to do a black and yellow theme. I like black; it looks good, and it looks good when it's clean, but when it's dirty, it looks bad. So I wanted to make sure we had a nice color on the sides. Inside the car, basically, you've got a dash panel that's Coban Classics with autometer gauges. We made a couple other changes in there with the carbon fiber. We brought a carbon fiber look to just some accents where on the door panels you would originally have those silver SS stripes. We did some tape work to kind of mask that into a carbon fiber look. And then, of course, we changed the interior out, which it looks like a factory SS interior. Again, it has that appearance, but now we got a lot more comfort. We got the high-quality seat buns, and we've got a full leather kit from the paddock that basically brings leather interior in, so a little more comfort, a little more class and style in the car than the traditional vinyl.
One cool road race element in the Chevelle is the Shrifter paddle shifter installed behind the steering wheel.
I have a switch under the dash that changes it from automatic mode to manual mode, known as a Manumatic. Basically what it does is it's a wireless box that sends a signal up to these paddles, the left one being your downshift paddle, your right one being your upshift paddle. So basically, if you're going to road race, you're shifting up through the gears, and if you want to shift back down through the gears while you're braking to get around corners, you downshift here and come back up through the gears on the right-hand side. There is a hair of a delay, but there's no more of a delay than if you manually shift it over here on the console. So it's pretty quick. The advantage is you're keeping your hand right here on the steering wheel at all times. And one hand's not leaving. So is it safer to use it this way? Oh, I feel so, because 2 hands on the wheel is always better than 1. This car is meant to be driven, and I want to drive it and enjoy it.